Hey guys, so today I'm going to be reacting to Girls on Top, The Beat, Girls on Top of the Beat, Step Backstage video. So here we go. I have not made a video in a short minute, so yeah, let's get into this. I'm really excited to see everybody. I love all of the groups involved in this, and I just thought I'd also mention that my light stick came, and I'm so happy. So, yeah, just starting off the year right. Um, Somewhat. We're gonna talk a little bit about like SM, I suppose. Let me just keep it in my hand. I don't know what I'm gonna do with it. SM and like their treatment of women, because even the way that this was executed, I feel like they could have set them up for more success than they did, and it could have been even bigger than it was. I mean, is this like something completely groundbreaking? No, not really. Like, it's a cute, fun girl anthem track, but at the same time, like, so this is the stage video, right? So are we going to get a music video for it? It would be really interesting to see that they put a group together just to do one stage performance for them. I'm not sure if their schedules just don't allow them to shoot a music video, but I think like if they had released a music video like the day before SM Town Live, and then everybody would have been super excited to see them perform it live on SM Town, and then they should have released the behind the scenes content, and also just more advertisement overall on the Twitter page for the group, because I didn't even know that like that was the Twitter page because it didn't have a check on it first, and like other people were like, "Here's the page," and I ended up following it when it had a few followers, and then later on the check showed up, and I was like, "Okay, so this is the official page." So there's just a lot of things that are just like, and on top of that, let's talk about other things. Like, for instance, I'd really appreciate it if you did something to assist Joy's account from being like shadow banned or whatever is going on with it. And yeah, because she's usually at the top of the rankings for social media for idols, and she still is, but like she's usually up a little bit more. And also with her drama being out, it just doesn't make sense where her placement is at the moment. So if you guys could really assist in that, because she's an artist under your company, and unless you've already tried and like there's nothing you can do, I don't know what's going on there. Second, I would love to see a second episode of Irene's little diary thing. We saw the first one where she went camping. Now, can we see something else that Irene is doing? Literally anything at this point. Or I guess she's supposed to be going around Seoul, like you guys did it for um, Karina. So please give us episode 2 of Irene's Soul Diaries. Thank you. Um, what is another thing I want to say? Yeah, okay, so next, please can we get an announcement for Bloom? I'm gonna stay polite and kind here, but an announcement for Bloom would be really nice. Obviously, because the sooner you announce something, the more sales you can get for it. And this has been like the third Red Velvet album that I literally did not buy it off of a link on the SM like Twitter page, because they never post a link for the albums until like a week before they release, or even sometimes later. And me being in the States, like I don't know all that information and all those stores that sell it, so I have to get it from the store. Like, it takes, first of all, it takes K-pop albums forever to get here for me, unless it's like Twice or ITZY, because JYP actually makes sure that there's like whatever he does with his distributing, You could even go on Amazon and buy a Twice album, like pre-order it. As I need this to be a thing because it's quite frankly it's ridiculous. You guys should have a little store on there where you can get Light Sticks merch and everybody's up and coming albums. So yeah, and like you guys, when you're releasing like Joy's vinyl and Wendy's vinyl, it's just another way for like it to be a specific place where everybody knows where to get something and it's accessible to everybody no matter where they are. And I know you guys hate to admit it, but Red Velvet does have an international fan base, no matter how much you guys try to ignore it and you don't want to like really advertise them as much as you do with aespa, which I think is really funny because they just naturally have a fan base because also they've been around for a long time, so you know, um, yeah, it's like sabotage. And I know what happened with the Queendom sales. You guys were waiting to like send them out into stores or whatever the heck happened, and then the sales looked really low at one point, and then all of a sudden it was like, oh, they sold all these copies, and I was like, what? And everybody was saying that you guys weren't stocking the stores. Anyways, I get it. You have aespa now, and sometimes you guys do interesting things with aespa. Like the only critique that I really have for aespa, like with how they manage them, is that mm, I think there should be like a little bit more behind the scenes stuff. I think they're doing a good amount right now, but like you know, like ITZY will do theirs and they'll have like one member doing something and it's just like a really long live stream, like they'll be cooking or something like that. They should do more stuff so people can get to know the members personally for aespa. And then next for just like aespa and Red Velvet, what start giving us better live performances because I don't understand, especially when it was at SM Town Live. I don't understand why we're getting the same generic performances of songs that we've already seen. And then y'all are also like putting effects on the voices or using a backing track or whatever is going on so that it's not technically really live. Because I know that's what happens. Um, why? It takes away from that experience. Like, I just remember when groups used to sing live and you know, you start to remember each individual performance because you're like, oh, this is when this member did this, or this is when they sung like that, and they really sung well. But you don't get that now. It just feels like you're watching a music video over and over and over again, but moving, like in real time or whatever. So, better performances, I want to see this year, better treatment for Red Velvet. We've been saying this for a while. It's probably going to happen in to some extent, especially if they re-sign their contracts. I would hope so. I want to see more Irene content. I want to see Irene doing more movies and as well as like solos for Irene. This is so bizarre. Like I guess maybe she doesn't want to do them. I don't know, but I feel like Irene solo would be so successful and like she would kind of like I would love to see like the concept that Irene would have, you know, like with the other members I can kind of imagine they're like, oh, maybe they might do this or they could do this. Or with Irene I'm like, first of all, she could literally do, they all could do anything, but with Irene I'm like, what would her concept be? It would be so interesting to see. Would love to see an Irene solo this year. We're obviously gonna get some other project from Girls on Top, so ask that, how many Girls on Top projects are we gonna get, especially if you're not gonna release um I guess you guys are gonna switch it up, like some of them you're gonna release music videos for, because I don't know. I would love to see Joy and Yeri in a project. Where is my Joy and Yeri City Pop project? um yeah, that's pretty much all I have to say. And I want Aesol again, but that shit doesn't need to be, that doesn't need to be a Girls on Top project. It needs to just be Aesol needs to come back. So either way, the song Step Back, I went on too long, but I had so much to say just about everything. But so the lyrics are controversial because I guess, is telling a girl to step back. And I get it. Okay, here's my thing. Yes and no. It's kind of giving like the boys' mind tease, but at the same time, it's like, I don't know. Like, it is like a little bit kind of seems like petty. Um, the guy that they got to write the song, let me just say, I'm not impressed. And then as far as the choreographer, I'm not impressed either because I think he does stuff with like Blackpink and ITZY or whatever, and then people just say that he recycles a lot of moves, which he does. So I'm like, let's do something else, okay? Let's do something else. Um, I feel like the females really saved this, and yeah. So yeah, let's get into this gig. Oh, okay. So one thing I will say is I do absolutely love the production on this. I don't know who did the like, you know, the production, but I really like it. I always find myself like jamming to it. I think that's what like initially drew me into the song, like to that point where I'm like, okay, I love this song. Like, this is addicting. So sorry, I've listened to this song before. This is gonna be like more of a review than a reaction because I've processed how I feel about this song now, and I know it's getting a lot of backlash right now, but like overall, I do want to say I do enjoy this song a lot, and I think it is iconic, and I think yes, the girl saved it, but yeah, the production is pretty good. Another thing I wanted to mention here that I found really interesting is I feel like Karina shined so much in this song, and I don't know if it's intentional, but it's just interesting because I feel like when we see aespa performances, my eye is always drawn to Winter as far as stage charisma, and here Karina has so much stage charisma, so it kind of makes me feel like the kind of concept they're going with is it sort of like not her most comfortable element. You know what I mean? Like, because I know people like kind of talk about her dancing a lot, and I do think that she's a better. I've gone back and forth. I know what I think now. I think Karina is a better dancer than Winter. I think she's the best dancer in the group, but I think Winter has great stage performance, like skills and charisma on stage. So she also is a really good dancer, but I think Karina is like she's a really good dancer, but sometimes their moves for Esper are like so just out there, so it doesn't always translate. But for Winter, it does because she has this cool girl kind of aesthetic and vibe to her. I mean, they all do, but for Winter, it's kind of like personified in a sense. So yeah, I think Karina really shined here in this song, and I was really happy, and I was just like, thank you, because people were kind of saying like, oh, she's just a visual and she's boring. Like, I saw people saying that, and I was like, no, I don't think so. And this goes to show that also they're all great vocalists. I mean, 'cause I know they've been getting a lot of controversy for lip syncing, and you know what? Even if they are lip syncing, whenever they are, it's at the end of the day, ultimately, that's not their decision to make. It's in the hands of their company or probably whatever network they're shooting for. So yeah, that's all I really have to say about that. So let's finish this. Anyways, Karina 8. Silky, silky, silky. Tan looks so good with that gray hair. Wendy. Wendy. That might be my favorite part in the song. Wendy, you did that, okay? And not just because she's like singing a high note, right? The way she sang it. the flavor, the personality she added to it. She's I mean, let me just say that like they're in a group of legends, all of them, and icons and up and coming icons slash legends, and for any one of them to stand out amongst them at any given moment is just like it just goes to show how everybody does hold their own in this project. Nobody's slacking in any way. I love Hyun's hair there. But Windy. And this scene specifically made me think I would love to see Red Velvet do like a super just kind of girl anthem like this. And everyone's like, oh, bad boy. Yeah, it's bad boy, but bad boy was really like slow and it was like kind of slowed down a little bit, right? I would love to see them do like something just like this. Red Velvet would eat it up. Are you kidding me? Especially because Yeri's really been in her like, grown woman kind of bag lately. That would be amazing, but I don't know if we'll see that from them just because even though they do change concepts a lot, they do stay within their like red and velvet concept, which is amazing because then they do everything within their own style. But at the same time, I would love to see them do something out of it. I think we'll get that this year, It's Red Velvet. I think Bloom will be really great. I just saw some lyrics leak on Genius for Bloom. I love that. It's like dun 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 dun. That background is so great. I'm sorry they ate this. Hold on, because I'm just... The fact that Karina and Winter... have they even had their first year anniversary yet? Like, maybe just a year old as a group. And they're popping off on here. Boa's voice is so great. Unpopular opinion, maybe popular. Karina is the best rapper in aespa. And I realized that in Savage. Because what's that one part and they're like, we go Kwanga. And then like Karina does it. And then like Giselle does it. But Karina sounds better. Like Giselle just sounds like she's kind of yelling. Or she's just talking. But Karina's rapping voice is really great to me. Yeah, I don't know what else to say. I think she's the better rapper of the groups. I hope so we get a lot of Karina rapping moments. Also, I loved her rap in Dreams Come True. I'm sorry. Seulgi is so amazing. It would have been cool to see this on a music show too. I know how y'all love to give them 3 performances, SM. Y'all couldn't have gave us 3 performances with this? Mm-hmm. No, I don't think you understand. I'm obsessed. Um, I basically said how I feel about everything throughout the songs. There's not really much to really wrap up. Um, Besides, I like the song. I do have the. I feel like for this song, more so, like a lot of the conversation around it has been more controversial than like the song itself. You know, if I never knew any of this backstory, um, I probably would have just been like, oh, this is a great song. You know, the lyrics probably would have just been like something I would have laughed at and been like, haha, this is kind of cute. It's giving that, you know, Girl Is Your Ex for a Reason by Summer Walker slash The Boy Is Mine. I mean, yeah, unfortunately, I think also what ruined it was the fact that the person that wrote it is kind of controversial as well. See, like, I feel like if maybe like somebody else had written it, not a male, maybe it wouldn't have gotten as much backlash. But he made a lot of terrible comments. I don't know if they're true, but I know he used some kind of derogatory term that they call female idols. So, like I said, that's what I saw. I don't know if it's true or not, but yeah, I think a lot of that just kind of also tarnished the song. And I'm like, SM, are you tired of scandals yet? Stop doing things. I know like scandals are inevitable, but like stop doing things that warrant scandals, like stealing people's artwork and so, like just so much more. Just stop it. Just stop. It's a choice, and just like don't make it. Um. Anyways, girls on top, you will always be famous. So that's all I have to say. And the girls basically continuously carry SM on their backs despite how many controversies get thrown their way. The women will always deflect it and like make the conversation something else, and you can give them literal crumbs and they will turn it into like a croissant. And yeah, they pay the bills and they keep the lights on. And that's why like Psycho was still the most streamed SM song on Spotify this year, I think, or like the second. But either way, treat your women better. But thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.